Good morning, students. We are on chapter number 7, that is directing, and we are on the second element, that is motivation. Now, motivation consists of one very important part which is known as incentives. Incentives are the benefits which are given to the employees to motivate them in order to improve their performance. Now, as you can see, incentives are broadly classified into two categories, that is monetary incentives and non-monetary incentives. Monetary incentives are also known as financial incentives, whereas non-monetary incentives are also known as non-financial incentives. Now, the incentives or benefits which can be measured in the terms of money are known as monetary incentives. Incentives which cannot be measured in the terms of money but are in the form of kind, they are known as your non-monetary incentives. Okay, now monetary incentives gives your physiological satisfaction. That means it helps in fulfilling your basic needs. But when we are talking about non-financial incentives, it helps in fulfilling our psychological needs. That is, it helps in just fulfilling our mental satisfaction. Now, we're going to do kinds of monetary incentives. Now, first one is your pay and allowances. It includes all your salary, your dearness allowance, your traveling allowance, house rent allowance, etc. Salary means whatever you are getting at the end of month. Dearness allowance means how much you are important to the organization for which you are being paid, that is known as dearness allowance. Traveling allowance, whatever you are being getting for moving to your office and coming from your office, that is known as traveling. Next one, house rent allowance. Whatever you are getting to just live is known as your house rent allowance. Next one, sharing of profits. Now, the companies are earning profits because of that of the employees. Now, whenever organization is making the employees the part of this profit, then it is known as your sharing of profit. Next one, co-partnership and stock option. Often one mark questions comes upon this. Now, whenever the company offers its own shares to its own employees to just give them a sense of ownership is known as co-partnership. Now, the share prices will be lower than what is being offered in the market. This is the benefit for that of the employees. Next one, bonus. Now, whatever you are getting over and above your salary is known as your bonus. Okay, it may be in cash, it may be in kind. Example, foreign trip, example, Diwali bonus, etc. Next one, productivity linked wage incentive. This you have already done in that of techniques of Taylor, that is differential piecewise system. Now, whenever a person is getting according to that of the number of units produced or according to that of the efficiency and inefficiency, then it will be considered as productivity linked wage incentive. That means the moment you will give more productivity, you are going to get more wages. Okay. Next one, retirement benefits. Now, at the age of retirement, whatever benefits you are getting in the form of gratuity, in the form of PF, in the form of pension. Now, as we all know, pension is the monthly benefit which you are getting after retirement. Okay, but when we are talking about PF, every time from our salary, a portion is being deducted and a portion is being contributed by the employer also. At the end of your service, a thing is being provided to you which is known as PF, that is that accumulated amount only. Now, gratuity is the token of love and an amount which is being given to you after you have completed your continuous years of services in the organization. So, hope you understood what do you mean by gratuity, what do you mean by provident fund, what do you mean by pension. Okay, pension is the monthly benefit which you are getting after your services are being terminated. PF, every time your salary, a portion of your salary is being deducted and a portion is also being contributed by your employer. This keeps on accumulating along with that of the interest, and this is known as your PF. Gratuity means suppose you have completed with the 20 years of continuous service, then an amount or a token of love is being given in the form of money by the organization, and that is known as gratuity. Coming to the last one, that is perquisites and perks. Now, perks refers to that of the extra facilities which are being provided by your organization, such as free education policy for your children, then insurance facilities, car facilities, medical facilities. This will all be coming under the case of perquisites. Coming to the next one, that is kinds of non-financial incentives. Now, these are those which do not just lead to us in the monetary or increase in our bank balance, but still act as a motivation. Sometimes status, our rank, power, position, authority, recognition, prestige, this also sometimes act as a motivation. Next one, sometimes organizational climate, okay, they also act as a motivation when you are getting more autonomy, or we can say freedom, more importance in the organization. If your climate of organization is that, it will also provide you with the sense of motivation. Next one, career advancement opportunities. Sometimes you are provided with the scope of growth, with the sound promotions. You are being every time given the stage of promotion in your career. At that time, it will also act as a sense of motivation. Next one, job enrichment. Now, adding some extra masala to your existing job to make it more interesting, that is known as job enrichment. Every time a student is coming to learn in the classroom, but a person along with that of studying is made a monitor of class. That means that particular extra thing is being sprinkled on that particular job, and that is known as job enrichment. Okay, this will lead to that of the having a greater variety of work we can do by the just adding a high level of knowledge and skills, providing with the more freedom. This will all be coming under the case of job enrichment. Now, recognition program. Employees often feel that whatever they are doing, it must be appreciated and recognized by the organization. For this, the organizations are organizing annual functions, congratulating the employees, displaying the names on the notice board, giving the awards and certificates. This is also a part of your non-financial incentives. Next one, job security. Now, if the organization gives you an impression, yes, you are important for the organization and you will not be moved from your position for around 15 years and we require for it, it gives a sense of job security and it gives a sense of importance to yourself in the organization. This also acts as a motivation. Next one, employees participation. When employee suggestions are also welcomed in the organization, your superior appreciates you, that whenever you are come with any suggestions or solutions, you are being appreciated for that. This also acts as a motivation for yourself. Next one, employees empowerment. Adding more autonomy with your existing job, more power and freedom with your existing job is known as employees empowerment. Now, I'll give you an example of Anil sir. Okay, Anil sir is a senior teacher, but a more autonomy and a more freedom is being accorded to Anil sir in comparison to that of the other senior teachers. This is known as your employees empowerment. So, hope we have completed with all the kinds of non-financial incentives also. Now we're going to do the difference. This can be measured in the terms of money. Another one cannot be measured in the terms of money. Kinds and examples you can quote from any of the kinds which we have written. Generally, financial incentives are for the lower level of employees because their physiological needs are quite unsatisfied. But generally, non-financial in power position is only matter for those who are considered as a top level employees. Financial incentives gives our physiological satisfaction, or we can say it satisfies our basic needs, whereas non-financial incentives fulfill our psychological and mental needs. So here we have completed with our kinds of incentives as a major part of motivation. Thank you.